Hi, this is Paul Ragsdale
And Angelica de Alba.
from the film OnlyFangs, and you're listening to the Horror Squad podcast.
Woo!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast. This is episode number 442, where tonight we will be talking about 1990s Tremors. Todd,
Mm, yes.
Steve,
Oh, he's back.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
That's awesome.
Like a bad case of herpes, he's back.
Y'all try to get rid of me, but I will find my way back some way, somehow.
It's weird.
Todd, you
We
pick.
left you in a fucking island and you just showed back up. It's like
That's right. I'm like it
the Jumanji
follows.
board
I'll just
game.
I'll just keep coming at you, or Leviticus maybe, which I'll talk
Oh,
about during what watch.
Leviticus never
It
even. No, that doesn't work.
It follows, but make it gay is basically that movie. But
Gay
I'll
It
talk about it
Follows.
during what watched. Todd,
Hmm.
you picked Tremors. What
Yep.
made you pick this one? A little summer blockbuster,
No,
I guess.
absolutely no reason, honestly. I was looking at my shelves, and I was like, you know what? I haven't watched Tremors in a minute. Pulled off the steelbook, and I hadn't opened it, and I've had the steelbook for, I don't know how many years at this point, and I didn't even watch it. I watched it on VHS, so, but yeah, I had no reason to watch it. Just felt like it.
I feel like it's a
Sometimes you just
perfect
gotta do it.
summertime pick. I
Mhm.
mean, so nice choice, and excited to talk about it later.
Mhm.
Steve, also exciting news. We have an interview this week,
Yes,
which
it's been a minute.
it's been a while. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
kind of been over I'm gonna be fully honest. I really have not been pushing interviews lately myself. We've been getting emails about them, but I'm just kind of not in the phase right now. So Steve, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something for the listeners.
Yeah, so I had this movie on my radar because I knew some people in it, and I decided to watch a movie called OnlyFangs, and I realized it was from the same filmmaking crew that made movies like Murder Size and Streets of Vengeance and Slasherette Party, two of which I'll talk about what watch this week. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna reach out to them and see if they'd be willing to do an interview. And they gracefully accepted. And that is the duo filmmaking crew of Paul Ragsdale and Angelica de Alba. So to promote their new films, OnlyFangs, which you can see over on Fossum or VOD. And yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'll talk about during what watch. But I like talking to indie filmmakers now that we've done one, especially. I think it's very beneficial to make contact with other people who make films, and I like their stuff, man. I'll admit that Murder Size is still my favorite of theirs, but OnlyFangs is a pretty solid film, and yeah. So check out that interview at the end of the episode.
Very cool. Yeah. Go and support indie horror for sure. And that's awesome. All right. What else we got? Oh, well, so we're gonna skip news for this week as I ease my way back into having a couple weeks off on the podcast because I was unprepared. But I did really quickly want to talk about the werewolf trailer because obviously one of the most probably highly anticipated horror movies that is left to come out this year, along with Evil Dead Burn, which, spoiler, I think we're going to be covering that next week, right? Is it? Yeah. So, yeah, but Werewolf, the trailer dropped this past week. Robert Eggers, of course, highly anticipated werewolf movie. And I gotta say, I'm very excited about it. And the trailer definitely delivered for me. I feel like it didn't give too much away, but it gave just enough to sort of give you a little bit of a taste. Kind of reminded me of like parts The Witch, like Nosferatu, and also like The Lighthouse, sort of like all sort of mixed in together. I mean, he definitely has his style, and that is very obvious and evident. He's definitely not getting away from that at all. But I love his style, and I'm definitely interested to see what he is going to do with Werewolf and whether we are going to get like a crazy transformation or whether he's going to do something a little different with it. But yeah, very excited. What do you guys think?
I watched about 10 seconds before I turned it off because it was really good and I didn't want to see
Mhm.
any little spoily. So, obviously I like him as director, The Witch being my favorite of his films, but I really need to give Nosferatu and The Lighthouse another try because Nosferatu, I just we talked about it, and then The Lighthouse. Thought it was really cool style, but didn't love the story, so I gotta definitely watch those again. But The Witch is one of my favorite movies, top 10 easily, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Eggers just has such a cool style that, is very prevalent in his films. He just makes things look so raw and real and gross, and it just looks amazing. And this movie, man, whew, that trailer was fucking awesome. Like really, really solid trailer. And yeah, this is going to be a late kind of like, maybe best film of the year. That's how high my expectations are for this one because that's how good this trailer looks. So yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll have a number one all year, and then all of a sudden, Werewolf's gonna come out and just push them all out of the way. So very interested to see it. I definitely want to check it before we do our end of year list.
It's gonna come out Christmas Day.
Christmas
Yeah.
Day again, yeah, just like
You got
Nosferatu.
you got to sneak that one in there to make the
Yeah.
list, people.
Yeah, good luck though. Like fighting fucking Avengers and Dune at the same time.
I think he'll be all right. I mean, I did not expect Nosferatu to do that well, and for like Gothic Christmas, but people seem to be into it. I mean, Nosferatu did well, so I think Werewolf will do. He definitely has a fan base that seems to be loyal and will follow him around. I mean,
it's a shame he won't get IMAX though, because it feels like a movie that would look amazing in IMAX.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I did see of all movies, The Lighthouse in IMAX, which is definitely not like an
Right,
IMAX movie
yeah.
at all. It's like the anti IMAX movie, really. But yeah. And then with in what a week and a half, we're getting the ultimate IMAX movie, The Odyssey, is coming out. I got my tickets July 18th. I cannot wait in full IMAX. So, whew,
You
I'm
fucking
pumped for
love
that.
Matt Damon, dude.
I love Matt
You
Damon.
fucking
He's
Matt
Boston
love
guy.
Matty
Boston
D,
guy.
dude. You call him Matty D over there?
I think he's fucking Matt Damon, to be honest.
You fucking Matt Damon? Do
Yeah.
not come. My
Matt
favorite new
Damon.
version of that is "Do not come." I'm gonna come. That's my favorite new political rap.
Yeah.
Matt
You love
Damon.
Matty D, dude. You love who else is in that movie? Tommy H. That's my new
Tommy
thing.
H.
All you Joey M.
Zendaya.
Zendaya's in that. She's in
Zendaya's
everything,
in it.
dude.
Yeah, she's playing. I think she's playing Athena. in it.
Athena? I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Elliot Page making
Ooh.
an appearance in it. Lapita
There's a
Nyong'o.
lot of people.
Anne
It's stacked.
Hathaway.
Everybody's in the
Fucking-
movie. Just say that.
essentially every actor in Hollywood is in this movie some way somehow.
You
But
got
yeah,
the
I mean,
Punisher in there.
Yeah.
John Berthal's in there?
Yeah, John Bernthal's in there.
Oh, who's
Yeah.
he playing? Cool.
I don't know.
He should have been fucking
everyone's
Achilles,
in it.
dude. Holy shit.
Achilles,
John Berthal's
yeah.
a beast.
Mhm.
I mean, the fact he had IMAX create a camera just so he could film dialogue, it's quite impressive. So yeah, but let's get back to horror. Let's not waste any more time.
You're
on
gonna go
horror.
see it
Although
at
I'm
that
sure a lot of
fucking
people are
furniture store,
excited
aren't
for
you?
I am. Definitely, 100%.
I want you to buy a piece of furniture one day after watching a movie, like a
I'm
couch.
going to do a full
something.
walkthrough this
But
time.
buy it before, bring the couch into the theater and just like set it
You
up.
want to test it out? Yeah.
It also has a Fuddruckers in it, which I don't know if
Ooh, I've
it's a
been to
burger
Fuddruckers, yeah.
joint. Yeah, good place.
Cool.
But all right. I think that's about it. So let's head into what watched and tell me, gentlemen, what you've been watching recently.
All right. So my first one is one of the two films that I watched in preparation for the interview at the end of the episode, and that is 2021's Slasherette Party, which I watched over on Tubi, probably. Just double checking. Yeah, it's on Tubi, Prime, Fossum, everything. So this is a story of a woman, and she's about to get married, but she's not happy in her relationship, and she's thinking of breaking it off before the wedding. But she tells her friend that, and her friend's like, "Fuck no! If you're gonna do it after the bachelorette party. That's fucking crazy. Let's party first, and then you can decide." And for some reason, they decide to have a joint bachelor/bachelorette party, which I think is a bad fucking idea. But that's what they do in the movie. So they all go to a cabin, and her like future husband are there, and he's a total douchebag. And yeah, things aren't going well. There's definitely some scheming going on. He wants to sleep with someone else. He might have a side piece. She's also maybe getting into like a little relationship on the side. Things are happening, but all of a sudden, people start dying, and people try to figure out what's going on. Like, it becomes kind of a murder mystery. You kind of know who it is because they kind of set it up, but you don't know who's the mastermind behind it, which is kind of the crux of the movie. And yeah, a lot of tits, a lot of death, and that's yeah, basically the premise of this movie. I liked it. It's a low budget film. It was this duo's. They made 5 films, I believe. This is the third one that they made, and there's definitely like they get better every film that they make. And this one was it was a lot of fun. Like cool characters, decent kills, an overall pleasant vibe. Like it's an easy movie to watch. You know, it's not too much going on. It's just yeah, there's some good performances and stuff like that. And yeah, the I don't even know what else to say about it. It's one I think that people don't really talk about. You know, I think Murder Size and OnlyFangs probably get more like recognition. But if you like those movies, I definitely recommend this one. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars as Slasherette Party over on Tubi.
All
Nice.
right. Nice. Um, did I talk about Disclosure Day at all?
No, you
It's
did
been a
not.
couple. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've been on the podcast.
Sorry,
Well, I went and saw.
I did non-horror a couple weeks in a row, so go for it.
I went and saw Disclosure Day. Well, yeah, it's not a horror movie, but sci-fi. You know,
It's
aliens.
doesn't matter. I think
So
I talked about fucking Shrek at one
Toy
point,
Story
so
5,
we're good.
maybe. Anyone can see it? Minions versus monsters. But no, I went and saw Disclosure Day. I also went and saw Obsession again in theaters,
Oh,
thanks to my A-list. Trying to, so. But we're actually going to be covering Obsession, so I'll save my thoughts for that episode. But Disclosure Day, yeah, Spielberg's new Alien movie starring Emily Blunt and Colin Firth, amongst others. Basically, this movie is about I don't know. I don't know how much I want to give away because it kind of just thrusts you right into it. But basically, like, there's this guy. He basically was working for like the government doing like cybersecurity, and he finds out sort of he like has like all of these sort of like hidden files on aliens, and he wants to disclose it like to the world. And obviously the government doesn't want them that to get out, so they kind of like are chasing him down. He's on the run, and yeah, and Emily Blunt is involved, but I don't want to say how she's involved because I know a lot of people probably want to see this. But basically, the whole movie is sort of this like cat and mouse type game of the government not wanting these secrets to get out and him wanting to let the secrets out. Overall, I thought this was just okay. I was really excited for this because it's Spielberg. It's an alien movie, and I thought it was going to be really great. But for me, just like it just never got to like where I really wanted it to be, and that is like the focus being on the aliens. And we never really get a lot of great like alien like action and stuff in this. There's like a lot of action scenes, but it's mainly just, like car chases and explosions and stuff like that. And like, yeah, I just wanted more like alien stuff, and we don't get it. And I was rather disappointed in that. I still think it's a decent enough movie, but leaving the theater, I had it at a 4, but the more I thought about it, the less I liked it. So I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, good, decent, popcorn flick, but not something I see myself like watching like a lot of times. Would I watch it on again? Yes, but not something I think that will go down as like sort of like a Spielberg classic or anything like that. So yeah, that's Disclosure Day from this year. Definitely worth a watch, but not something I would rush out or spend a lot of money to go and see.
nice. All right, my next one is due to a conversation Steve and I had on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre conversation, and that's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, which we covered. Steve can quote the fucking episode number from probably like 4 years ago at this point. But yeah, if you don't know the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this is a remake of the 1974 classic. And Steve's right, man, in his point of the characters, you being more invested in the characters because you learn who they are and their relationships and their wants and desires, and you don't really get that from the original, to Steve's point. But I still think the original does a lot better stuff in this one. For example, the house is way more menacing, it's creepier, scarier. Like when they walk in the house, sure, in the remake, there's, spoiled food, but who gives a fuck? And you go like opposed to the original where like there's like a bone shrine and it freaks everybody out and it's just really neat. And then I think Leatherface is a lot better in the original. What's his face is big and imposing in the remake, but they just treat him as like a big imposing fella, and opposed to the original where, like Steve and I discussed, it's he's clearly mentally handicapped and he has some like you kind of feel bad for this Leatherface in the original. Does he have that a little bit in this one? Yeah, they tried, but it was more like a skin deformity and he's just fucking angry about it, opposed to him just being taken advantage of as like you know, a damaged youth, for lack of a better term. Also, the cook is way better. I love the sheriff, don't get me wrong. But the cook is awesome. The hitchhiker is really cool. And I just don't think the sheriff is as cool as both those characters combined. So I still like this movie a lot. My score hasn't changed. I'm still at a 3.5 out of 5. I think it goes on a little bit too long. And they just go from set piece to set piece instead of like dread, if that makes sense. But justice for Jedediah. He's a real one. The little bastard saves Jessica Biel, who's I'm like, ugh, Jessica Biel's never been hotter than in this movie. I'm like, God, dude. And then why would she stab her fucking friend in the stomach to kill him? That's so shitty. That's awful. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Watched it on the new Arrow 4K release. So if you want to pick up a newest version, that's the best version to get right now.
Nice. Episode 129 for those who are interested in listening to our review of that. So
Cool.
long time ago.
Did you guys both give Texas Chainsaw 5 out of 5?
I gave
I did.
4.5.
4.5?
I give it a 5, yeah.
I find the characters underdeveloped, and yeah,
Fair.
that's basically what I talked about. Is I wish we cared more about the victim characters. You know,
Steve
All
also
right.
said he hopes that Hitchhiker showed his dong, but he never did, so that was automatic negative
yeah,
5.
negative for sure.
Fair.
Yep.
Fair.
All right, my second one this week is the movie that the filmmaking duo are promoting. That is 2025's own, well, 2026 really, because that was a kind of one of those like festival releases or whatever. OnlyFangs that you could watch over on Fossum. So this one is about a monster hunter crew. They kind of film kind of like YouTube videos where they're hunting all of these famous monsters and stuff like that. And they find a group of female vampires who, you know, doing the vampire thing. They're going out and finding victims to satisfy their bloodthirst. And one of them decides to like team up with them instead of chasing them because he has an idea. Why don't you use like an app like OnlyFans called OnlyFangs, where you just have victims come to you instead, or you go to the victims. They just sign up and basically want to be, you know, sucked by the vampires. So that's what it is. So it's basically like a lot of nudity and a lot of violence, a lot of killing. I really like the women in this one. I think they're really, really cool. And yeah, it's just a really like good time. You know, it's a very indie feature, and I like most of the performances. There are some pretty big surprises that I didn't expect. I do have a few things that I didn't love about it. Number one, ironically, I support indie productions doing crowdfunding, but they had so many obvious like perk scenes in this where it's like totally random people showing up, you know, like on camera and stuff like that, that it became like distracting almost because like let's face it, people they don't send the best stuff, you know, they're not great actors, they're not set up properly. It just and there's so much of it in this movie that I thought is just too much. Number two, there's like political stuff that I thought was completely unnecessary for this story, and for both sides. It's not like it's picking one side or the other, but I don't know. I just don't think it was necessary for the film. And the last one that I thought was a little bit too long at almost 2 hours. But overall, I think people should check it out, especially like I said before, if you like Murder Size, you like Slash Red Party, or you like indie horror. I think you could have a lot of fun with this one. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars. That's OnlyFangs over on Fossum.
Those guys pulled in $61,000 on Indie
Very
Mojo.
nice.
Yeah, and
Very
every one of those
Congratulations.
people appeared in this film.
I see it has one gentleman, Drew Marvick, that
Yeah,
we were
he-
going to
Oh yeah, he
interview
did.
once upon a time ago.
Yeah,
he's actually in
Slumber Party
Slumber Party.
Massacre.
Yeah,
Yep.
Was that? It's something like that.
he's
Yep.
also in Slash Red Party. Yeah, exactly. I actually really like him. He's really cool in these films. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, and Jessa Flux, which I think is really awesome as well, is in both the films I talked about.
Yeah, they play their roles nicely.
Oh no, she's not in Slash Red Party. She was in Murder Size.
Ah.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. My other one, 2026 release. Went and saw this one in the theaters. Movie called Leviticus. This one stars the brother from Talk to Me. What's his name? Joe Bird. And it also has Mia Wasikowski or whatever. She's from Alice in Wonderland. People would know her best from. She played Alice in that. She plays the mom in this one. But basically, this one takes place in like a small town. Um, his mother is like very religious, so like they're like church going sort of folk. He befriends a kid in this town. They're like hanging out and stuff like that, and lo and behold, they form a romantic relationship. And they're sort of, I guess, would you call it sort of like casually sort of dating and stuff like that. And then he ends up finding out that the other kid is sort of messing around on it with another guy. He ends up telling the parents of the kid about it out of sort of jealousy. And because this, everyone sort of involved in this movie, their parents are sort of like, it's like a small sort of religious town. They do conversion therapy on these kids. And it's like very interesting because like this group comes in, and it's almost like a supernatural sort of conversion therapy. And from there, it turns into essentially like an It Follows type thing where once this therapy is done to you, you see whatever you love the most. So, it would be your wife or whoever, and they essentially are trying to kill you to get you away from that entity. So like think of for the conversion therapy, it is like that boy you were in love with is now trying to kill you, so it wants to like keep you away from that person. But obviously it's not that person, it is some sort of like supernatural entity. And that's all I'll say about it. I think the idea is really sort of interesting. Obviously very It Follows esque, and the whole time I was watching it I was comparing it to It Follows. But it's interesting, like throwing in sort of the whole conversion therapy and whatnot, and sort of you know how like sort of wrong that is. And I think it works as like a drama for that, but as a horror movie I think it failed in a lot of ways, just because I felt like it focused more on that aspect of it rather than the actual horror aspect of it. And this movie was promoted as a horror movie, and I just felt like it needed more creep factor, it needed more kills, it needed more sort of everything like horror based. Now, I still enjoyed it like as a movie. I thought it was like a really solid movie, and I liked how it ended. And I think had they explored more of sort of the like entities or the creatures and stuff like that, I think it had potential to be like in my top 10 like horror wise for the year. But as it stands, it won't. But I still liked it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Solid movie. I definitely recommend it as like to watch it at some point once it hits streaming or something like that. But once again, not one like if you don't see it, I don't think you're gonna miss like a lot as far as like top 10 wise this year, but still good, decent, 3.5 out of 5. So that's Leviticus from this year.
All right, cool. All right, so I watched a punishment film delivered by Mr. Steve called MILFs versus Zombies, but if you try to find it on Tubi, it's called 4 MILFs versus Zombies. So that distinct number 4 there. I gotta stop losing, man, because I get Steve was trying to, give me bless me with some boobies and some zombie action, which he did. Granted, this movie does it. But this movie's about a group of women. MILFs is a stretch because they're I don't know, whatever. They're good looking. It doesn't matter to the story, whatever. They're hanging out, and then a zombie outbreak happens, and then there's like the side plot where these dudes go to like a house where like there's a fucking sex party going on. There's a dude dressed up as a baby. It's, dude. So I'll give it the credit where credit's due. They really committed to practical effects, which I fucking love it for, man. Like they're talking like intestines being pulled out and lots of blood and lots of like do-it-yourself zombie makeup with like foreheads protruding and gashes and bites coming off it. So yeah, man, I'm so glad that they did that. It's awesome for them. And also committing to having like the zombies on screen because I thought this movie was going to be like a juvenile comedy because that's what it mostly is when people are talking. I'm talking like they really commit to fart jokes. Like people would just be sitting there, a fart noise that's clearly not there would come on, and then they react to it. Characters are talking about getting blowjobs constantly, but not in a fun way. It's just like I probably wrote this movie when I was 12 years old, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like every character, no matter what their actual age is, talks like they're an 11-year-old boy. Um, and it's just like it's so over the top with that. I found it very hard to enjoy it just because every other line and every character talked like I just said, like a 12-year-old, 11-year-old, 13-year-old boy, and it was just fucking grating on my nerves. But like I said, zombies look really cool. There's a big strong effort to the makeup effects. Love it for that. And then there's a lot of nudity, like right off the bat. And 2 minutes in, and there's some boobies out. But that being said, man, also to Steve's point about what he just watched with all the campaign videos coming in, this one has a couple of those as well, which are grating to your soul, man, because it would be like, okay, this movie's looking decent, is whatever's consistent, and then it jumps to someone doing like a selfie video on a camera saying like, oh man, I'm in a zombie outbreak, I'm stuck here. I think he's a YouTuber, Cool Duder, which I haven't watched this stuff before, but apparently he's pretty big. Um, he has a couple videos in here, and honestly, like his content was some of the best stuff in this movie, which is sad because it was just him filming it. But it's like just so jarring to go from like a film that's consistent with audio and everything to clear like I'm holding a cell phone and doing like a perk or a favor to a friend. Hey, can you be in my movie? I like your YouTube channel. Yeah, sure. Blah blah blah. What I need to do. And that happened a few times. There's also a weird father character played by a guy, I forget his name, but he's in a lot of 90s shot on video films from J.R. Bookwalter. And he plays a priest and he's talking about like, hey, zombies are the second coming of Christ. Like we shouldn't be afraid of this. But like his character makes zero sense to me. Like they start the movie with it, they have like a little middle segment, and then they end the movie with him. But like, who's watching him? Are we the audience watching him? Because the characters aren't. They're fucking trying to survive zombies. So what is the purpose of this character? Was it a bot perk, or was this another favor to the filmmaker? Yeah, I'll be in your movie or whatever it is. Can I be in your movie? Sure, we need runtime, whatever. And then it's an hour and 40 something minutes long, which is unacceptable. Um, get that, get that fucking the runtime down, deliver with the boobs and the gore, and I think you would add a better movie, but edit the fucking dialogue. It doesn't all have to be just childish, crude fart jokes over and over and over again. It gets on my fucking nerves. I give it a 1.5 out of 5 for the boobs and the commitment to zombies. But other than that, I think you would have had to watch this with the movie club group, which is what Steve did because they all gave it 2. Steve gave it a fucking 3. I don't know what he watched, but 1.5 out of 5 for MILF versus zombies, or as it is on Tubi, 4 MILFs versus zombies, which is weird. I don't know why they had to make that change, but they did. So there you go. Fuck you, Steve.
To be fair, I watched it in a group during one of the movie clubs. So movies like that like tend to just be funnier when you're watching with other people. And also for the record, I'm not against crowdfunding and like putting people like with perks and everything. Obviously, we did it for our own movie. I just think it needs to be done in moderation.
Yeah,
That's really kind of my issue
absolutely.
with it.
Like
So
when you jump from, that doesn't make sense too.
yeah,
Like
right.
if you just jump to a random scene to be a transition to another scene, like who's it for? What's it for? Why is it in there? But we learned that lesson. We're gonna
Yeah. But I think
definitely
I think
avoid
we
that.
incorporated it pretty well, like considering,
Yeah,
like
no, absolutely. We didn't have any like jump to random videos at least,
no,
so
exactly.
it's
We
good.
made it flow into our story somehow,
Yeah,
All right. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen.
cool.
Also, how's Canada Day? And how was your fourth, guys? Did you guys do anything special?
What happened in Canada today? Steve, did you do anything?
Yeah, we flooded. It's what
Flooded,
happened on
flooded.
Canada Day.
Yeah.
So no, nothing. We were about to have a barbecue, and then it was crazy the amount of rain we got that day,
Jeez.
a tornado and shit like that. So no,
Nice.
it was just nice to be off though, and just I watch a lot of movies. So
What date does that
Nice.
fall on for you guys?
the first.
The first. Got it. When was your soccer game? No,
The
that was
4th.
2 days ago. Okay, so
Yeah.
never mind. That would have
Mhm.
sucked if it was on that day.
Yeah, no.
Um, 4th of July is just, I mean, my kids are old, so I don't do fireworks anymore. And then I had the incident, which I've talked about it numerous times, so I don't do fireworks anymore. And just had some sandwiches and watched some soccer. That was about it.
Sandwiches.
Yeah.
Nice.
Little sandwich, little
Some
fresh garlic
sandwich
bread sandwich, got some turkey
sandwiches.
Swiss, mayo, lettuce, tomato, onion, some
Big game for the
chips.
U.S. tonight.
Big
We
game,
record on Monday, so
last
we'll see.
North American team standing. Let's see what we got.
We'll see. So good luck to them.
hmm It's been
Yeah,
fun though, man. Soccer's been really fun this year,
yeah, it
or
has. Yeah,
this tournament. Yeah.
it's been exciting around here because like we actually have games going on in our state, like half hour from
Is it
us.
just
So it's
wild
kind of
downtown
cool.
for you?
Yeah, it's been extremely busy, like especially with my work and stuff like that. I deal with the public and the railroad system and stuff. So yeah, it's been like extra busy, obviously, with all. But it's cool. It's been cool to see like Scotland, like especially, like overtook our city and like they like just a
Yeah,
love
they love it over
relationship.
there, dude.
Yeah, it was like a love relationship between Boston and the Scots, and
That's cool.
like they were throwing like they're still like now like it's like a tradition for them to throw like parking cones on top of the statues like heads and stuff like that, and they're still like on the heads like in downtown Boston and stuff like that. So it's pretty
That's
funny,
fun.
but it's been great. I loved seeing like all of the videos of like the like people from different parts of the world like trying American food for the
Yeah.
first time and stuff
Japanese
like that.
dude eating
Yeah,
barbecue
the
in
Japanese.
Texas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that. That was like it's been like my favorite part of the World Cup. But
Yeah.
yeah, very cool. Yeah, as far as me, I went to a parade, 4th of July
Ooh, it's
parade.
hot as fuck, dude.
So
What are you doing
it, dude,
outside?
it was so hot. It was like 100 degrees.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was actually kind of miserable, honestly. But we had like a little like a little canopy set up for
Ugh,
some
gross.
shade anyway. But still, my buddy had a pool, so we did a pool party. My buddy Jason, where we filmed actually a lot of our movie at. Yeah, so he had a pool party and a barbecue, so I hung there most of the weekend. So yeah, it's a good time. And then we watched Obsession with him actually because he wanted to watch it. So I've seen it 3 times now, so I'm going to be an
Wow.
expert when it comes to the review in a couple of weeks.
It's in 2 weeks from now, right? 3 weeks. 2
Yeah,
weeks?
yeah. We'll be doing a couple of Evil Dead Burn and Obsession. So it'll be for the people who've been waiting for the new releases. It'll be they're coming.
Cool.
But all right, now it is time. It's been a while to
It's been a
bust out
minute.
the books, Todd. I think the book's kind of light right now.
Oh, we're at
but,
Q3, huh? I was looking at Q2
yeah.
numbers still. Oh, let me
Let us know
update
them
the
scores for
overall
trivia.
scores. 10 to 18 to 10. All right, let's see where we're at year to date. Can anyone guess who's in the lead?
Steve.
Oh yes.
Yeah, evil fucking Steve. Oof, this is not looking good for us, Joe. This is not looking good. All right. Oh, I'm losing. 3rd place myself, 22. 2nd place, Joe, 20. Not far behind Steve, 27 to 32. So, Joe, you can overtake the
Yeah,
overall
Joe's
score.
George quarter 1, Joe. So we've already
my
passed
bad.
quarter 1.
Yeah,
Usually Todd
right.
takes quarter 3, and then we all fight for it in quarter 4.
Fight
so.
to the death.
Yeah, I got my goal. I already did. I accomplished what I want to do. I added Hip Hop Locos back to Joe's.
I gotta watch
Yeah.
Hip Hop Locos.
Just do
yes.
yourself a favor and watch the first 3 minutes and then read my review and then
Essay.
see if I'm honest about what I said.
Yeah.
All right, zeros across the board, baby. I'm going to lead off here.
All right.
I'm almost done editing this fucking book, man. I'm at like
Nice.
question 2,000 out of 3,300 or something, and it's taking forever. but
What's the plan? Just you gonna dump it on Amazon or?
I'm gonna dump it on Amazon. Yeah, I thought of
Mhm.
reaching out to the guy that got published through, but it's mine. It's my thing. I'm gonna put it out there. It was a passion project for 3 years and see what happens. But
Cool.
I just know those online trivia things suck ass, and that's why I wrote this one. So, okay, what discounted item do people go fucking crazy over in the store massacre at the beginning of Thanksgiving 2023?
Ooh.
Which is question number
Ah,
3,109.
That's
in
a
my
great
massive book.
question. It's a great question.
For some reason, I can only think of Krampus, which has
Krampus,
a
good.
very similar scene.
It does.
Yeah.
A scene where a girl gets hit in the
It's-
head with a shopping cart and a dude breaks his arm.
Yeah.
It's something really silly.
Is it like towels?
It's not towels. No,
No,
That's
I
real
remember
life.
it's like boxes. I want to say, is it like an air fryers?
it's not an air fryer. No, you give one guess to each of you left. What
Uh,
discounted item do people go fucking crazy over in the store massacre at the beginning of Thanksgiving 2023? Which, Eli Roth, get off your ass and make a sequel, dude. I know you got Ice Cream Man coming out, but come on.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper, incorrect. I see where you're going with it, though.
No.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fans.
Fans, incorrect. The correct answer would be a waffle maker.
Waffle
okay.
makers. Yeah.
Waffle maker, killing people over it.
Yep.
But you don't really see that much anymore.
No,
No.
online shopping kind of ended that.
Yeah.
And COVID, I feel
Cyber
like, was
Monday,
like the end
yeah.
of
People were like pepper spraying each other back in the day.
It's
and-
crazy over nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of missed those videos though.
Yeah.
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 I used to go and just
Ugh.
watch the chaos. It was
I used to
fun,
get
but
Blu-rays, but they're not even out in stores practically anymore.
No.
So
Physical media is dying, folks.
thanks, Sony.
Yeah,
Sony's
right.
yeah.
Just hang on. Everything comes back around. Like vinyl sold like made $1 billion last year. So
True.
we're right.
Have either of you guys pre-ordered GTA yet?
Yes.
I haven't. No.
You did, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
going to
I had to.
obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
You
I'll go
get
next.
the $100 one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
premium.
The big dog one.
The big
Yeah.
dog one, yeah.
All right, so 3 weeks ago, I was
no.
aiming to celebrate our 7th anniversary of this version of the podcast.
Oh.
Then Joe didn't show up, and then last week I still had these questions, and then Joe didn't show up. So here we are
No.
for anniversary
fired.
questions. So let's see how you remember this podcast.
Not
Joe and I are
well.
awful at these.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think these are pretty easy. So I'm giving you I'm throwing a bone here. First one. What is the oldest film we have reviewed?
Nosferatu.
Wrong. We have
I don't
never
think we ever
refused
reviewed it,
Nosferatu.
We didn't. Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
No, Frankenstein?
Wrong.
Can I have a follow-up guess here?
One more guess.
One more guess. It'll be Phantom of the Opera.
Correct.
Yeah.
1925's Phantom of the Opera.
I could have sworn we did the
Yes.
original Nosferatu though. No.
Not as a review.
Okay.
Well, watch
Impression.
probably, but
They have for the physical guys out there, they have a very big special edition of the original Nosferatu if you're inclined to get it. So
Very cool.
just for funsies. All right, who's up?
I'll go.
I think you have to go.
Totally
turn?
random, but it just came up. Danny Elfman's actually coming to Boston in
Ooh.
September, so I think me and Sam are gonna go check that out. So.
nice.
Like singing or
Cool.
signing?
I think no, it's like singing, like a concert. Yeah. So
Nice.
usually he does like a lot of his soundtracks, obviously, and stuff like that, along with
neat.
his Oingo Boingo, I think. So
Oh,
yeah.
total adjacent though. Remember Corey Feldman is doing his
Oh,
guitar masterclass.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which I would fucking love to
Just
go to
sign
that.
up for it.
Oh God.
All right. We are reviewing Tremors tonight.
Yes, we are.
So my question is, how many
God.
movies are there in the Tremors franchise?
7.
7 is correct.
Wow.
There
Oh,
is 8 if you include the television show, which I am not. but
Okay.
7 movies.
I only knew that because there's 8 boxes on
I
Letterboxd.
feel like
for-
Steve had that fucking ready to go, dude.
No, it's just because I checked to see. I'm like, should I do this series watch? I'm like, no.
No, honestly, once I picked it, this wasn't the original reason, but I'm like, oh, if I pick this, Steve has to watch all of them
Yeah, I don't have time
to
for that
do his
anymore.
thing. You don't do that anymore, you liar?
No, if I start watching them and then Letterboxd puts, because the incompletes, I think you have to be 75% done before it shows on your incomplete list. Then I'll watch the rest of them, but
Okay.
I don't make myself get there.
Mhm.
All right.
And there was
Or-
actually another TV series, if you guys remember, back in 2018 that Kevin Bacon made the pilot for, and it never got picked up.
Did that ever come out in viewing,
Never.
like to view?
Oh, like to view?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could find it on YouTube.
That's weird
or
that
something.
it must have
but
sucked
Yeah,
like bad.
I guess. But with Kevin Bacon on board, you would think somebody would pick it up just for having
Was,
Kevin Bacon. You know,
Had Burt Ward passed away by then? Or did
That
he have a
or
role?
it was
2018,
around
I'm
that
not
time.
sure.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could have been just after that though. So
Because
The
honestly,
only actor to be in
Fred
all
Ward,
7
you mean?
movies.
Fred Ward, yeah,
not
Burt Ward.
Robin.
not Robin. No, Burt Ward's still kicking, isn't
No,
he?
Fred Ward died like only 2 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
So
Rest in peace, Fred Ward. Sorry for disrespecting you. But I think there's no Tremors without Kevin Bacon in him, though, because they make the movie, which we'll talk about later. I know everyone likes fucking Burt, but fuck Burt.
yeah,
Yeah.
takes
Died
over
in
the series for a while.
2022. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that
Yeah,
sucks.
Burt Gummer there. He's the only one to ever. He's been in all 7 movies.
Yeah,
making that money, dude.
Yeah.
You should do cons.
He does. Michael
Does he?
Gross, yeah.
Oh,
He
have you
did
seen
he did I think it was a Texas Frightmare
Hmm.
one year. I didn't meet him, but I like walked by him. But yeah. He does do
Nice.
them occasionally.
All right, my next one here. Excuse me. Next one here. Question 3,111. What animal infects Ben the chimp with rabies in Primate from 2026? What animal
Oh.
infects Ben the chimp
It's
with rabies?
is it
Which
Is it a seagull?
it is not. Not a seagull.
no
No.
a bat?
It's not a bat. Each one get one more question or one
It's
guess.
It's
uh,
a deer?
It's not a deer.
no. It's a Australian animal, I believe.
I don't
Is
think
it
aren't they
is it
in
not?
Hawaii in this movie?
Yeah, they're in
Oh,
Hawaii.
are they? Okay. Then never mind.
They're right, not Australian.
It's a koala. Yeah, like, you know.
It's a koala bear. It's not like a common
It's a
animal, but it
no,
is like
it's
a.
not. Yeah, a mongoose?
You are absolutely right.
Oh, wow.
Mongoose.
Yeah.
Mongoosey.
All right. So let me finish the question before you answer because you don't want to
Okay.
blow your load here.
Oh,
We have only completed 3 series that had 4 films or more. Scream, Fear Street, and which other?
Fear Street had more than 3?
I think
Oh,
Four.
because like the second one or something.
No, there's 4. There's 4 of them.
Oh,
Those
the one
four
that
of
came
them?
out last year, or
Yeah.
was it this year that came out?
Yeah, Prom Queen or
Prom
whatever.
Oh
That
yeah.
was this
yeah,
year,
okay.
huh? That movie sucked.
It was 2025 last year.
Oh, okay. 4 films.
Yeah.
Scream.
We've
Fear
watched
Street.
we've watched the entire franchise.
We've watched each, and it has 4 films or more in it.
And so we okay.
We
covered each
reviewed,
film.
like specifically covered
All
Got
of
it.
them.
all of them.
Trying to look around. What has 4 movies in it?
I mean,
Not that.
huh.
No, not that. That's we. Okay, 4. You said 4 or more
4,
movies.
yeah. So we did 4 or more in
At
the
least 4.
series,
Okay,
and
right.
we did them all.
Halloween?
Nope.
No, that's like
We did-
12 of those
What
things.
are we missing?
Halloween 2, Halloween
We
5,
haven't
Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection.
We definitely covered H2O.
No, that was in 3 guys.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was actually. That
And I
was
think we covered Resurrection too, but maybe that was
It was also, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can go ahead and keep guessing, Joe. I'm looking around the room trying to cheat here.
It's 4 movies specifically?
No,
Or
4
it's
or
just
more.
At least 4.
or more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because trilogies we've done a few. But 4 or more.
Conjuring.
Wrong. We never actually covered most.
Night of the Demons.
Wrong. We've only
Oh,
covered
didn't we do
the
all
first
those?
and remake, I think.
Oh,
No,
Fucking
I definitely
Eddie
talked
Furlong.
about them all on What Watch, but what
This is a
Conjuring
good
have we
question.
covered?
We didn't do 1, 2, or at least not 1, 2.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Insidious?
Nope.
No.
We only did the
Fuck.
first one. Maybe not even. Maybe I don't even know. We did the recent ones, but you guys
Yeah,
give up.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
You can kick yourself for this one. It's 28 years.
Ah.
We did
Oh,
28
there is-
days, weeks,
there is-
years, and Bone Temple.
Boner
Interesting.
Temple. Dang it.
Yeah.
I don't think I was on the Bone Temple episode.
Oh, probably not this
I
year.
remember discussing it. Yeah.
Boner Temple.
Good
Loved
movie.
it though.
Yeah.
I think
great
currently
movie,
my number
man.
1, I think.
Oh, wow.
Me too. Oh, still,
Yeah.
even after, because I haven't watched any of the other new shit yet.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's your go.
Yeah, it's you.
Mine?
Mhm.
All right. Guess the movie based off the Letterboxd reviews.
Okay, we'll try.
All righty. All right, let me see here. This one was pretty darn bland and full of CGI crap. That band too. What the hell was even that?
That
And
band?
that comes,
There was
yes,
one? Okay.
and that comes to us from Todd.
The Toxic Avenger, the new one.
It is the Toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Avenger,
the
the new
stupid
one.
fucking band, dude. I hate it. Every time I look at Elijah Wood, I'm like, man, he's such a missed opportunity because he's the best part in the movie.
Yep.
All right, back to me.
Mhm.
Let's go. What's my last question?
What's the last one you edited? 2000.
Oh, ooh. Let me go to my answer sheet to tell you that, because that's what I still need to make the fucking crossword puzzles and all that stuff, which is gonna take forever. So I'm not letting AI do it. No AI allowed.
Good.
Let's see. The last question was. Damn, I did a lot. 2000. No, because you fucking asked this question at the Hocus Pocus event. I'm not gonna ask that question. What was the upside down letter on Max's hat?
Oh, yeah.
G.
G.
Yeah. Forget. Without
Couple
the
people got it,
copyright.
I think. Right?
Yeah, not a lot, but yeah, that was the one that made like that team win.
Oh, the
Yeah.
G. Nice.
Shout out to Roy.
Right. Whatever. Okay. Question 3,123, which is second to last. The last question's, I think, too easy. In Dead Alive 1992,
Mhm.
movie we watched and covered.
Recently.
What is the name of Paquita's dog, which Lionel's mom eats?
Fernando.
Correct.
Nice. Joe on fire.
Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. He's gonna die out there. Poor
All
guy.
right. Which year did we review the most movies from?
Oh.
For
Wow,
example,
good question.
1925, we only reviewed one.
Great.
But
Yeah.
which year did we cover the most of? And I'll even tell you how many. We did 30 films from that year.
30 films?
1987.
Wrong. Todd?
I'm thinking we're more on the modern side of things.
Maybe.
I'm thinking that.
It's good.
2021.
Wrong. I'll say that it's way closer to Todd than it is to Joe.
Say the question again.
Which year did we review the most movies from?
And it was 30 something?
30. That's how many we
Jesus,
did
dude,
of
that's a
that
ton.
year. So I'll give you one more guess.
2019.
I was
Wrong.
gonna say that. Okay, good. Let's see,
But that was actually number 2 with 29.
No. Wow.
29. I
Yeah.
just can't imagine us having that many new releases in a year to review. Why don't we do this weekly, I guess? That makes
There
sense.
was a period where we were doing like a lot of new releases. Like we went to the
And
theater a
we've
lot
done
when
some
we-
like subsequently after too. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
You said 2019, right, Joe?
Yeah.
2018.
Wrong. It was actually 2022 with 30.
Nice. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, we
That's a
watched
lot.
a lot that year, but we actually watched some like after as well.
Very cool.
Interesting. What came out in 2022? I don't even know.
I could
that-
tell you off of the top of my
That's
head.
not hashtag alive year, is it?
Yeah, it might
Was
be
it?
actually.
All right. Who's up?
Back to me.
It's
Joe?
it's Joe for the last
Final
one.
question?
All right. Guess the movie based off the IMDb information.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was released in the year 1999
Good year.
with an R rating, clocking in at 1 hour 39 minutes. Categorized as psychological thriller, horror, mystery, and supernatural horror.
Oh,
Currently
all
sitting
the above.
at a 6.9, 69 out of 10 over on IMDb with a Metascore of 67 out of 100. Director David Koepp. Cast Zachary David Cope, Ileana Douglas,
Nope.
Connor O'Farrell,
Nope.
Kevin Dunn,
Kevy D.
I know
And-
Kevin Dunn. I don't think it's him.
and Catherine Irby.
Kirby?
No. Are you leaving people out here?
I'm leaving one person out.
Just one?
Yep.
It's
All
not
right.
the movie I was thinking about then.
Tagline. A mind altered, a man changed, a life in the balance.
Is that what we're going with?
Any guesses?
Stir of Echoes?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, boy.
Stir
I was
of
about to say Kevin
Echoes.
Beck. I had it in the chamber since the first one.
Yep. Good choice.
Thank you. All right. Big night for your boy with the 4, Joe with 2, Steve with the goose egg for the first time for fucking ever. Thank God.
It's because Joe's breaking my streaks here. Like, why not showing up?
Oh man, that extra protein today really went to the brain, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Right.
Cool.
Alrighty.
I forgot how this works. You go. Just kidding.
All right. Thank you, Todd. Steve, come on, man. Goose egg? You kidding me?
Hey, don't fucking rile him
Yeah,
up.
right.
We don't need that.
Don't give me a reason.
Good job, Steve. You tried, bud. Good job, man.
All right. And now it is time for our main event of the evening, 1990s Tremors, directed by Ron Underwood and starring Michael Gross, Reba McEntire, Finn Carter, Fred Ward, and Kevin Bacon as Valentine McKee. Plot. A small town gradually becomes aware of a strange creature which picks off people one by one. But what is this creature, And where is it?
Oh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm. Todd?
Hmm?
I don't even know what you've been doing lately because I haven't been on the show in so long, but I know you're very good
Mostly
at
crying.
synopsizing plots. So it's been a while, but I can't wait to hear your plot
Oh, thank you.
synopsis
Thank
of
you.
Tremors.
Well, you waited long enough because we open with Kevin Bacon taking a piss off of a cliff, dude. That movie starts perfectly. Okay, Kevin Piss has his wiener out. Kevin Bacon has his wiener out taking a piss. We meet him and his buddy Fred Ward, who I actually had to change that mid talking because I had Burt Ward on there still, not Robin. May Fred Ward rest in peace. Turns out these guys are a couple of like small town handymen. They do everything. They're cleaning septic tanks. They're putting up barbed wire fences. They're picking up trash. They're fucking driving their truck like fucking crazy people around town. Which I have a question about this town. Why does it exist? There's 5 people in this fucking town. Who gives a shit about this town?
14 to be exact,
Or
actually.
ugh, do you see? Fucking waste of time. Yeah, Perfection, Nevada, right? We meet Rhonda, who's she's a little college chick. She's there studying earthquakes, right? Turns out this area of the world they get like a college kid every now and then and to do some studying and shit like that. And Kevin Bacon, Valentine's like, man, she's got to be a blonde with big breasts and big booty and nice legs. And he's kind of disappointed because she's a good-looking woman, but it's not what he described his thoughts he wanted to be. We meet the small town of characters, including Bert, who's like the local prepper with his wife Reba. Reba was like I don't know her history. Was she a big singer at the time of this movie?
Yeah, this was her feature film debut, actually,
No,
interestingly enough. But yeah, she was definitely big
she
at
was
this
big at this
point.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got her going in the fucking acting with her prepper husband. We got Mr. Chang. He's a wise cracking shop owner who's just making a quick buck, dude. He pretty much controls the town. He controls the septic tank. He controls the trash. And he's like the little mayor of this 14-person town. Good for you, buddy. And then there's some giant penis-looking worms that are out and about in the desert town, and they go around, and then we slowly unravel what's going on. The characters try to leave town. They try to help each other, but they can't because they're besieged by what we come to learn as graboids, which is big ol' worms that have little tentacles that come out and grab people. And now we're follow along as Val and crew, they try to save the day. Yeah, like Joe asked earlier, no reason I picked this, just saw it on the shelf and decided to give it a go because I remember really loving this movie. But spoiler, man, like I don't think it's as high as it used to be for me. It's fun. I love Ward and Bacon's chemistry. I think they did a phenomenal job. You can swear like they're brothers or been best friends for years at this point because they just play off each other. It's awesome. Also, don't understand the relationship though. Are they just like bachelors hanging out together? Are they lovers? Like, what's going on there? We don't really get a lot of that because Ward is much older than Kevin Bacon, right? So like, I don't know, kind of a strange dynamic there. Rhonda interested learning her IMDb history. She had some rough times with some law enforcement a couple years back, and hopefully she's back on her feet. Ducon's Rhonda. I know that's not your real name, but Ducon's, you get some money. And yeah, it's a fun movie. The graboids are awesome. There's actually some good gore, but I think it goes on a little bit too long, and the pacing is a little bit all over the place. But I still really enjoy this movie. What about you guys?
Yeah, I grew up on this movie. Like I watched it a lot. So the nostalgia is definitely pretty high on this one for me. Definitely I remember the cover specifically, like at the video store too. That's like another VHS box that I remember pretty fondly. Yeah, so I was excited to sort of like revisit it. It had been, I guess, a little bit since I've seen it. And overall, I think it definitely holds up uh fairly well. I agree. It's not like yeah, there's the cover right there. Yeah, just an awesome cover with the graboids just coming out. I mean, the practical effects is just awesome in this. It really is just like the highlight of the movie, no doubt about it. The graboids look fucking awesome. I love sort of the misdirection that they sort of you think it's just going to be these little things, when they find it on the truck, and then it comes out and you find out that's just fucking the little things coming off the actual graboids. Just awesome design for whoever created this. The creature design for this is awesome. Yeah, man, I think they played the small town like great. I love the small town feel, like sort of in the desert. All the characters I think are pretty fun. Obviously, Burt Gummer especially is sort of like one of the highlights. Clearly, is sort of like the side characters, just sort of like like becomes sort of like the badass type character. But yeah, I think most of the kills are dull. Most of them are off screen. There's one in particular, obviously, with sort of like the Asian dude from Gremlins. I think he's in. I recognize him from. That is easily the best kill because you actually see sort of the graboids, actually like devouring him, which I think was awesome. But I think the budget obviously probably didn't call for a lot of this, so a lot of it was off-screen kills and stuff like that. But man, it's a fun movie. It definitely has some issues, but I always have a ton of fun whenever I watch this.
Yeah, I'm saying I like this one. Yeah, I've seen it a few times now, and it's just like an easy to watch kind of like I could put it on the background and watch it type of movie. I mean, I do have some questions. Like for a town of 14, I don't really understand why like what their job is. Like how many shitters are they really like taking care of? To have a whole
Yeah, I mean, they're a
14.
handyman, but I mean, I guess every town needs a handyman, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But like 2 people for 14, like
True, fair.
that's kind of a
Crash is $50,
yeah,
split
like
2 ways.
like I get the store because it's probably like on a Route 66 type of deal where a lot of people stop it. There's not a lot of stuff between them, but for them, it's a little more confusing. I think the relationship is there's only 14 people in this town, and they only 2 handy people, so they hang out. You probably hang out with everyone in this town because there's not a whole lot of people there. So I don't think there's anything more than that really. I agree with Joe though. The grabbers look amazing, and I like that you never really know when they're going to attack. But the kills are kind of lackluster, and that's unfortunate because they did do the grabbers so well and all practically. Because that's something, well, not probably not 1990, but a lot of movies now would do CGI for sure. And I just wish that they put the effort into the kills as well. I find it super random that Reba McEntire's in this. Like, it's just, I don't know. I guess I totally forgot that when it's like, oh shit, that's a fucking random thing. And yeah, it's just like a fun movie. I don't have too much to say about this one, to be honest.
It's pretty basic, right? Like at the end of the day, I think like the behind the scenes stuff is actually like more interesting than the movie. Like, Kevin Bacon like thought this was like a low point of his career, like taking this job because like he just literally needed money. And the movie bombed, like absolutely fucking bombed. And VHS is the whole reason like it got a cult following on VHS. And now you have I legit have not seen one sequel to this movie. Like, have you guys seen any of the sequels, and are they even worth watching?
I watched the one where it was Frozen a couple years back, and that was not
Mhm.
good. And then part 2 where the graboids start walking. I remember liking it, but I watched it as a kid like on Channel 10, so I haven't watched any modern angle.
I watched 1, 2, and 3, but a long time ago. 2, I think, still has Fred Ward in it, and 3 is when they start moving away, and it's Bert that takes over. But he is in the second one, so yeah, they're fine. From what I remember, nothing too special. I remember they were on TV, and I'd get tired of watching like the commercials and stuff, between them and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, this movie did bomb. They made 16 mil off 11 mil budget, so probably
Mhm.
negative. But yeah, like Joe was
Definitely.
saying, the VHS. I mean, I remember this one specifically too, and it was one of those things that was like always on TV for me. So I always
Yeah,
would like watch as
Sci-Fi
a kid.
Network
Yeah,
was
that's why,
always on
right? It was
Sci-Fi.
always on
Yeah.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I do have fun memories. But I didn't remember it was this long. It's
Is it really that long?
It's
an
only
hour and
1 hour. It's
36
only an hour and a
minutes.
half. Yeah, it's really not
It's
that
6 minutes
long.
too
But,
long.
but it definitely, yeah. I mean, there's definitely some dragging
Yeah.
going on for sure.
I don't know. It just felt long to me because there's constantly times where like they're just sitting on rocks or like they have
Yeah,
to. Do we really need
right.
a transition of them laying down and then it's nighttime and then it's morning time? You can just like get to the next scene and say they're there
Right.
all night. Like we don't need to see them doing that. That
Well,
was
yeah.
There's a lot
The
of
whole
wasted
movie
time.
is them like trying to figure out how, like what their next plan is going to be essentially, and
Mm.
then like executing that plan, and then like getting stuck again, and then like figuring another plan to
Hmm.
execute like that plan. But I like the scene with them like jumping the rocks with the fucking whatever they're doing,
It's
like
so ridiculous. The
fucking the
pole
long
vaulting.
jumping, yeah, the pole
Like,
vaulting.
come on, man. Like I was like shaking my head. I'm like, this is so dumb.
I put thank God they had poles nearby.
Yeah,
that
right. Just like
support
handle
everyone's weight.
yeah. And the pole vaulting's not easy. Like they have
Fuck
to
no.
nail
No,
each one of
true.
those fucking like
Fair.
rod.
It is funny when Kevin Bacon falls the first time though. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
I do like the scare where they go to the farmer Fred and they pick up his hat and it's severed heads right there.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
that looks good. And we needed more of that in the movie.
Did.
Like, like instead, a lot of it is like just like hats on the ground with just like blood splattered. And there's like 4 or 5 kills of just like the grabber got them, but you don't like see it. You just see like
Yeah.
parts of like gore on the ground and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I wanted just more like graboid like destruction. I mean, we see them a good amount, I feel like. But like I just wanted more like we get with that more the shop owner, kill, like something like that, I just wanted more but I get it. Like I'm sure the budget wasn't like, would you say 11 mil?
11
Like,
million.
it's more than I anticipated. Actually, I assume the graboids probably were a huge part of that budget. Honestly,
Gotta be, yeah.
It's funny you mentioned them being dicks because I was reading that they actually wanted them to be flesh colored, and the studio head was like, "This movie isn't going to be about people outrunning dicks like the whole movie." So they made him change the color to like that dark sort of like black or whatever we see in the movie.
Yeah. It would have been like an uncircumcised wiener.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
I know they do it quite a bit in the movie, but can someone please tell Melvin to shut the fuck up and go inside and play Sega? Because that fucking kid is the most annoying kid ever. And he's going to grow up to be a piece of shit because no one in that town is his age. He's by himself. What is he supposed to do?
Fair. Yep.
And
we get the girl.
fucking cowboys.
Well, you get the girl from Jurassic Park's in here too.
Yeah, the one who like fucking pogo jumps the whole movie.
Yeah.
Wait.
They save her.
What Jurassic Park girl?
The main girl.
Yeah, it's the main girl. Well,
The
the
little
main
girl.
kid girl. Yeah.
The
There's
one
a
that
Jello.
runs the Velociraptors? What? That's
Yeah.
her?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
She's a little girl, and this is before Jurassic Park, obviously. But yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he's just gonna wait for her to grow up, really, right?
That's
That's like,
fucking weird, man. He's like 16, 17. She's 9.
unless
you
he's the
know,
type that goes to the big
in
city.
10
once
years, it
he's
won't be
older,
weird.
you know?
He's going to Bigsby because they talk about Bigsby quite a bit.
Bixby, yeah, they do talk about that.
I was going to ask that as a trivia question, but I guess you guys would have got it.
It's probably the closest town, right? Like,
That's,
like
the
big
closest
town.
like big town. Yeah.
But here's the thing. So they say they're in like a big canyon surrounded by mountains, right? So I don't think
Mhm.
a freeway would go through there. So what is the point of this fucking town? There's 14 people.
Why is there a big store that has
And
like,
Mr.
I mean,
Chang.
there are like little towns like that. I feel like when you get out like in the desert, and
there
stuff,
are,
there's
but
more-
they don't
these
have a
random,
store that's
like-
bigger than a town. Like, you know, like,
Do you think Mr.
who are they
Chang's in the-
stocking that for?
Okay, and how is Mr. Chang affording anything? Because like, is he in the mafia? Is Mr. Chang? Did he create the graboids?
maybe.
Secretly?
Did they ever like explain where the graboids like come from or any like in the sequels or anything?
Oh,
I think they
Are
do,
they like an
but
alien species or something?
I
of
don't
some
remember
kind?
it. Government involvement and like like tests and stuff like that. If
Mhm.
I remember, it's been a long time, but yeah, they somewhat explain, not overly.
Let's see. They say graboids are prehistoric subterranean animals native to Earth. So that doesn't
Wow.
really
So
explain.
they're not aliens then. They're saying there's
According
some
to
sort
yeah.
like almost like a dinosaur, like or prehistoric. Wow.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, never mind. That's just talking about the first film debating where they're from. So native to Earth. You heard it here.
But what made them? What like awoke them in this? Nothing
Kevin
really,
Bacon.
right? They just sort of showed up. Yeah. Like they thought because that one woman thought like, and who is that woman? Like figuring, like thinking she's like a seismologist or something.
Yeah.
Like she's like, but why is she even there? Like,
Because
Oh.
they explained that college kids go out there for a course.
Exactly.
Like course
Yeah.
okay, so
coursework,
she
whatever.
and she just that place had a lot of tremors going on, so she.
I guess.
they sent her
Yeah,
there,
she
I
went to investigate why the equipment they left there was acting up, basically.
guess. Hmm.
'Cause
Okay.
it was weird. Yeah.
So what do you think
Gotcha.
about Kevin? And I'm not like poking fun at anybody, but what do you think about Kevin and his partner's relationship? What are they?
I
Are
think
they-
it's
I mean, they're
I
just,
think
co-
it's
they're
just
just
like
co-workers, yeah, but like,
They're
obviously,
friends.
like- right? Wait, who are you talking about? Fred Ward, right?
Yeah, Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon. It's just like I don't know. It's
They're
I
like
think there's a
dating,
romantic
right?
undertone
Like,
there. I
You
think they're
think so?
romantically involved. Yeah.
I don't think so, because as soon as the
Nah.
girl comes in, he's immediately on
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon, like, dude, you should.
And
A
it's
Like,
like-
little bit too much, one can say.
yeah, no, I think now
I mean, the
what's
movie
weirder
ends
to
with him,
me
like,
is that
kissing that girl.
yeah, what's weird
Yeah,
to me,
that's
I
true.
thought they'd have more of like a battle over her. I mean,
Mhm.
women don't come along very often, in the town. So
The mom's kind of good looking.
Yeah, but
With-
she-
and Reba.
Well, did she have a husband? I thought she was single parent.
I
The
don't,
mom.
I don't remember.
That I
I
thought was
think she
Dee
was
Wallace
single.
at first.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
this
does
would be
look
a
like
good
Dee
Dee Wallace
Wallace.
role.
Yeah, definitely. It probably was supposed to be Dee. I wouldn't
Mhm.
doubt it. Couldn't afford her.
No.
But
They
I
can
would say
afford
like
Reba though.
Reba, yeah.
She probably
I mean,
volunteered for it, honestly. If she was rich
Yeah.
already.
true.
I know
Was Reba
Bon
that
Jovi,
big?
like,
'Cause
well,
when did Reba get like
research it.
huge?
Research it.
Yeah, I gotta look
Probably
up.
the
Like,
80s.
yeah.
I thought a funny thing here when Burt Ward and Reba are in their basement and they're fighting the graboid or whatever, and then he has a glass shelf and he just smashes it for no reason. Like you could have just opened the fucking door, you psycho.
Right?
Like, like what was the point of that? I know it's to be cool or whatever, but like, man, just open your glass. You broke your own door. It's like Leatherface chopping down his own front door. Like, look what you
Right.
did to the door.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't understand is how did was it Rhonda? Is that her name?
Rhonda, yeah.
Yeah. How did she drive head first without being able to reach the pedals?
Oh, and steer at the same time.
Yeah, and steer at the same time.
On a road, not being able to see.
Yeah, and pretty quickly, dude. Not like I didn't. I was trying to like figure it out in my head. I couldn't figure it out.
No.
It says Reba was massively popular in 1990.
So, wow.
And, yeah.
She just must have just wanted to act.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it
maybe
said
she wanted to
yeah,
start an acting career. Yeah.
it said she wanted to prove her pop culture reach. She made her film debut in this
Fail.
movie.
And it didn't work. Thanks, Reba.
Yeah,
That's surprising though that
She
she
went
was so
on
big.
to do a
People
lot
want to see
though.
her.
Like she had her own TV show at one point.
Yeah, I mean, she recovered.
Mid 90s, late
Yeah.
90s. Yeah.
She,
Oh, yeah,
she
definitely.
survived. Yeah.
Yeah, she's still
So in
pretty
Kevin
popular
Bacon.
today.
Mhm.
Let's see what else.
Kevin
we got.
Bacon went on to do a ton after this.
Yeah.
This might have like revived his career, honestly, with like
He's
success
excellent.
after the fact.
Him and Bert are
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
He is.
yeah, they're whatever their relationship is, they're fucking
Everybody's
phenomenal.
good in this.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't think there's any like poor performances really. Like everyone does good, and Bert obviously like him and Reba fucking blowing with
Each
the
other?
gun vault. How do you feel about the gun vault,
Oh,
Todd?
That's sick, dude. I loved it.
It's very American.
It's very American,
14
but I-
people, but they're like ready
I
for the
know.
zombie
There's
apocalypse.
like 1,000 guns in there.
Yeah.
That was my thing. Like, the government's not coming to take your land, Bert. It's a piece of shit fucking out in the middle
Right?
of the desert.
I mean, now they might because they want all those guns, but like,
Maybe. Holy shit. But he has an elephant gun. It's fucking sick, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then them using the tractor was a good touch. I thought that was cool.
Mhm.
But like Joe said, the movie is just them going from like one plan to another and seeing how it happens and then resetting and going. It's like, gosh, let's change it up a bit.
Yeah, I mean they try to like I guess like the gun vault scene and stuff. Like they try to instill a little more action, but I feel like we needed something more in there. There was just something slightly missing. But yeah, I mean, I thought most of the grabber was miniature work, but it was a mixture of both. Like they was like full-fledged,
I know they did that
like
with
full
sand and
practical
stuff.
effects. Yeah, it's very,
That's
very cool. It's awesome.
I thought it was funny that Walter, Mr. Chang, gives Val Swiss cheese and some bullets for his
Swiss
horse
cheese
trip.
and bullets,
That was the funnest, the best combination. Like, oh, thanks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the Justice for the Horses, those horse
Mhm.
actors committed to being killed by worms because they were like looking like they were in distress.
Yeah. I really don't have much else to say, honestly, about
Yeah,
it.
it's
I
just
mean,
Pretty basic,
it's a very basic movie.
very basic summer. It is a good summertime watch, though. I think
is,
you
yeah.
made a good choice picking it this time of the year.
Yeah, it's just a standard paint by the numbers kind of monster flick at the end of the day.
It is.
But it definitely
it's
stands
fun.
out with the guys, so they're pretty good.
Mhm. Who did the? I wonder who did the creature work for this. That's something I've.
The tagline on the VHS tape is, "They say there's nothing new under the sun, but under the ground." ...
Ooh.
Pretty clever. I don't know if the Graboid looked like this in the movie. That'd be freaking crazy with his big ass jaws.
Yeah, I never thought it looked like the VHS or the poster.
Not even close.
No, I never really understood that.
Yeah, it looks just like an uncircumcised wiener in the fucking movie.
Right?
But
Yeah.
this thing it looks like a T-Rex.
It's
on
like
the
a
ground.
Tubi poster before Tubi.
Yeah. Whoever designed this kicked ass though.
Yeah.
So actually, it actually makes total fucking sense. Tom Woodruff Jr. created the Graboids, and guess what else he did visual effects for?
Jurassic Park.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, nice.
And he also did Alien Resurrection. He did Prey.
Very cool.
He's done a lot, clearly.
Big monster
It.
guy.
He also did It.
Oh, wow.
The new It. He
Oh.
did the makeup work for Pennywise and stuff, and the creature work.
Good
so.
career.
Yeah, guy's had a great career. Yeah. So very cool.
Rate this fucking thing.
Yeah, let's get into rating it. Yeah, man. Realistically, probably a 3.5 out of 5 for me. I want to rate it higher, but yeah, I'm teetering between 3.5 and 4. But realistically, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a really fun creature feature movie. I just feel like it could be a 4 had there been more on-screen kills, but most of the stuff is sort of off-screen or just not great. So, but yeah, super fun watch. Awesome practical effects. 3.5 out of 5 for me.
I'm right there with you. 3.5 out of 5. I felt like it was longer than it was. Seeing this runtime definitely shouldn't feel like an hour and 36 minutes, but they kept doing the same thing over and over again, and they had a lot of wasted time. But I love the camaraderie between the two main characters, and that sells this film for me. Plus the practical effects, like you mentioned, definitely need some more kills. Because imagine like they just had tentacles pulling people apart. That'd been so fucking cool. I think in like kind of like Blob remake kind of level. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for me. It was at a 4.5, so that really dropped.
Wow. Yeah, I'm with you guys on this one. 3.5 out of 5. It's just a fun, easy to watch movie. I like that you kind of know everyone in the town. You know, there's well-developed characters.
Because there's fucking two of them.
Yeah, like you said, the two main stars are fun to watch together. They have a good rapport, and yeah, the fucking graboids look amazing. It just lacked kills, and it was a little long-winded at times, but it's a fun movie.
Cool.
Yeah. This director also directed City Slickers and Mighty Joe Young as well. And The Unforgettable Adventures of Pluto Nash, starring
classic.
Eddie Murphy, of course.
What if he's like a director for hire kind of
He
guy?
hasn't done many like harm. Like this is really his only harm movie. And then most recently he did Santa Baby with like that awful movie with Jenny McCarthy and the sequel. So
I don't remember that.
But yeah. What do our friends over at Letterboxd have to say about this one? They're there with us. Currently sitting at 3.5 out of 5 over on Letterboxd. Alrighty, gentlemen. I think that is going to wrap it up for this week's episode. We already teased it, but Steve, remind the audience, what are we doing next week?
We are going to the theaters this week to watch a brand new release, one of the most anticipated films of the year, and that is Evil Dead Burn.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I got an 8:05 showing on Sunday morning.
That's
surprised
amazing.
it's
I
open
can't believe
that
they're
early.
doing that. I know. My theater down even opens that
Mine
early,
opens
so
at
amazing.
9:50.
Hell yeah, dude. No one's gonna be there. No one's gonna be there. Maybe not even the workers.
Right?
right?
I'm gonna show up and like
I didn't think anyone would show up for that one. You're gonna be like the only reason the theater has to open because
they're like, fuck, this fucking guy.
Yeah, actually, Sam's actually seeing it tomorrow. Advanced early screening. They
nice.
Invited her. She's going with a friend to that, so I'm
Cool.
excited to see what she thinks of it. I'll probably be seeing it sometime this upcoming weekend. But yeah, so go and check it out in theaters. Evil Dead Burn, of course, the highly anticipated follow-up to Evil Dead Rise. Will there be any connection? We'll see. And then we get
I'm
Evil
more
Dead
worried
Wrath.
about the streak. It's the only film series I think that every single movie is
Doesn't
a
have a
fucking
stinker?
a big banger. Like we'll see.
We will. Who's directing this one? Is it anyone?
Not the same
of
guy as
note?
last time.
No, I don't
he
think
did
so.
the Lee Cronin.
Right? Or Lead Cronin, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let me look very, very quickly here. But yeah, Evil Dead Wrath is coming out, and they actually announced that's going to be a prequel to the original Evil Dead, which that should be interesting.
Sebastian Facknick. He did Infested,
I know.
which I really liked.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Nothing else really.
That's it, huh? Yeah, Infested was. I remember you recommended that one.
Yeah,
So
I really
ever
liked
watched
Infested.
it,
Yeah, and the rest are shorts. So,
all right, nice. So they trusted him, I guess, after Infested. So go check it out next week. In the meantime, you can keep up with the podcast: Facebook, Twitter, or Facebook, X, Instagram, and Threads. Just search the Horror Squad Podcast. You can email us anytime, the Horror Squad Podcast at gmail.com. But of course, the absolute best way to keep up with the podcast is our Discord. Totally and completely free to join. Movie club hosted by Steve every single month over there. What are you doing coming up in a few weeks, Steve? Do you know?
Yeah, so the last Friday of this month, we will be reviewing a shark movie since it will be close to Shark Week, and we're going to vote for that shortly. I actually let the people who came to the last movie club nominate a movie, and now that's what we're going to vote on. So, should be a fun time.
Cool. So yeah, you can join the Discord. It's linked on our Instagram, or you can just send us an email or a DM, and we'll get you a link to join that Discord. Tons of channels to go through, talk about anything horror, non-horror, and you get the movie club over there with Steve every month over on Zoom. Also, don't forget, leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app, or if you'd like to buy merch, tpublic.com, the Horror Squad podcast. That's linked on our Instagram as well. And I think that's it, folks. So we'll see you next week for Evil Dead Burn. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast, where tonight we have two very special guests. You might know them as the masterminds behind such films as Slasherette Party, Murder Size, Streets of Vengeance, and Cinco de Mayo. Tonight they are here to promote their new movie, OnlyFangs, which you can see on VOD and Fossum. Paul Ragsdale and Angelica Alba. Welcome to the show.
Hey, man, thank you for having
us.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Let's get right into it with OnlyFangs. Tell us about what OnlyFangs is about and kind of what the film is means to you.
Yeah, so it's about a monster hunter, a described monster hunter who discovers a troop of vampire girls has moved into his small California town, and no one believes him, of course. And then they are in the midst of wanting to get rid of him because he has found out their secret. He proposes a plan to help them make money and keep feeding, but without killing people. So they build this app called OnlyFangs, where they can sell them the vampire experience to customers, and they turn their customers into, well, they turn their victims into customers, and then so they build a business that way, and then they run into some trouble along the way, and they have to deal with a common enemy.
Right. And how did you come up with the concept for OnlyFangs?
Well, I've always wanted to do a vampire movie. I mean, we're big fans of The Lost Boys, Fright Night 2, which if you see the movie, you can definitely see its inspirations in there. And so having that, and always wanted to do something, and we always wanted to do like a Lost Girls type of thing, like a group of female vampires, much like model after Lost Boys. So we always had the desire, and then one day at work, just trying to write down some titles. Usually we come up with a title, and that will kind of help us along the way. So so OnlyFangs came to me, and I was like, oh, I wonder if anyone's ever made a movie like that. And I searched it, didn't see anything, so I was like, OnlyFangs, yeah, what could that be? And it started off as like kind of a Fright Night type of thing, where it was like a guy was going to discover next door a girl was a vampire living next door to him. And then it kind of just developed from there into the whole Monster Hunter thing and the conspiracy theorist stuff, and then the group, and more having to do with like the music industry and film industry that these girls were going to be involved in, and the head vampire was going to be a music mogul or entertainment mogul. And so it started growing from there, and then that's how we ended up with the movie.
Most of our movies have kind of like a girl squad or female empowerment type of angle, so we kind of wanted to incorporate that into there, which is one of our signatures at this point, which is having just an ensemble of strong, beautiful women that are facing some kind of challenge, and then they team together and they overcome. So that's just something that has inadvertently become one of our signature points. Yeah, at this point. Again, there's so many vampire boys that we wanted to see vampire girls and see what we could do with that kind of concept.
Yeah, that's actually something that I've noticed that I actually really like about your films is your penchant for writing strong women characters. Is that something that you like set out to do when you're writing these films, or it just kind of always turns out that way?
100%. I think at the beginning it maybe wasn't so front of mind in our early work. It just kind of naturally happened that way because we tend to write about what we know. So we know a lot of strong, independent, tough women in our real life. Just myself being one of them, to say. And we have this kind of attitude where it's like, I don't want someone to tell me what to do. I want to do what I want to do.
Mhm.
I have ideas. I have hard work ethic. So I'm smart. I'm capable. And it kind of just developed in that way where we were writing characters based a lot on myself or a lot on our friends or
Mhm.
women in our families that we know that are just strong type women. And over and over again, it was kind of like that's just base we write a lot for people that we know.
Mm.
So we tend to base characters off real life people, and there's always a sprinkle of myself in somewhere in some of the characters.
Right.
So it just naturally kind of unfolds that way. And now at this point that we've been doing it so long, it is something that's just kind of part of what we do. And I don't know, we can't help ourselves anymore at this point.
And it just and a lot of it comes just with the genre. Like Streets of Vengeance was like the first, real like girl power type of movie.
Right.
That's because I liked female revenge movies. Like I wanted to make something like Coffee,
Mm.
or They Call Her One Eye, or Miss 45, or Savage Streets. So all those movies have a strong female lead. So
Right.
it was wanting to make that type of movie. And then, yeah, I would use like characteristics of Angie and put them into like the characters, or Delana, Delana McKinney, she stars in Streets of Vengeance. I use stuff from her real personality and put it in there too. So
Mm.
so it just, yeah, like she said, it just kind of happens that way. But it's also just wanting to make something, because I'm just a real big fan of subgenres. So like I
Right.
really like the subgenres of, you have horror, but then you have like, crime and thrillers and giallos and monster movies, sci-fi. So it's a bunch of different stuff. So female revenge movies has just been something that, really speaks to us and
Yeah.
really speaks to me. So it has kind of lended itself to that.
Exactly. Paul's more the horror aficionado. He has all the history and he can name all the films. I admittedly lack in that department, but I still am a big fan of strong women characters, kind of like Kill Bill and
Yeah.
stories like that.
Right.
Yeah, all Tarantino
And
movies.
also, I've always been a huge fan of girl ensembles.
Mhm.
So, I mean, being a girl, I mean, which girl did not want to be like in the Spice Girls or like
Right.
in Vogue, TLC, The Craft? I mean, any girl ensemble, I was 100% backing them. Like, I want to be part of their group. So it's just always been something like I have this fantasy of like wanting to make my own clique of girls
Mhm.
and what kind of things we would get into if we were to team up and do some damage on the town. So that's kind of a sprinkle of what I like and am interested in, plus Paul's knowledge of subgenre and female badass characters, and we just tend to combine those things into our stories.
Mhm.
Right. Speaking of strong women, one person that comes up a lot in your movies is Ginger Lynn Allen, who is a legend in the adult film industry. And I was just curious, how did that collaboration come about?
So it's funny because like the beginning of Streets of Vengeance, I've told this before, but the inspiration was the cover. Well, one of the inspirations was the cover of a New Wave Hookers that has
Okay.
Ginger Lynn on
Yeah.
it. And I always thought that's such a cool cover, just the aesthetics, her hair, her costume, the just all the whole aesthetics of the box, the VHS
colors.
box.
Yeah.
And so I always thought that'd be cool if this movie wasn't a porn film, but if it was like a neurotic thriller directed by Brian De Palma,
Hmm.
like a Dress to Kill or Body Double or
Yeah,
something.
suspense.
So I thought, oh, that would be cool. So I kind of used that when I started writing Streets of Vengeance. So she was the inspiration, but we didn't know her. She wasn't a part of the movie at all until about halfway in the movie when we had like a trailer. And then as we had to take a little hiatus because we had scheduling problems and stuff, so
Right.
we're kind of retooling and like trying to think of other scenes to add and stuff. And I saw an interview with Ginger Lynn, and she was talking about her work with Rob Zombie, and she had said like, "Oh yeah, I'm open to pretty much any kind of film work, like independent film work."
Hmm.
So it was that interview that I saw. I said, "Oh, maybe I should reach out to her." She had like her email address in the actual interview,
Hmm.
and I asked Angie, and she was like, "Yeah, why not?" But we didn't have a character for her yet, or I mean, there was a character, but it wasn't really fleshed out. So I was like, should we just write it and send it to her? It's kind of like, should we just try?
Right.
Yeah.
And we wrote it and we sent it to her with the trailer. She responded back, which was a shock.
Right.
And she was like, oh yeah, this sounds really cool. Like, she just
She was
wanted to
like,
make sure,
give me a call, we'll talk about it.
yeah, give me a call. Like, we want to call, want to talk about it.
Right.
Oh my God. So it was crazy. It was very surreal to talk to her and then just to go from there to book her and fly her into San Francisco. And then we had our actors. And it was just a weird moment, like I said, because she was kind of the inspiration for a lot of the movie, but we had no intention of working with her because we didn't think it was possible. So now for her to be here and in the movie, it was like crazy. It was
We
nuts.
shot basically.
Yeah, we just tried.
It was before she
Right.
really started taking on a lot of independent roles.
Definitely.
Okay.
So we didn't really know if she'd be open to being in such a low,
Right.
practically no budget
Yeah.
movie.
Super.
But when she received our email, she wanted to do a phone call and she basically wanted to vet us out and kind of make sure, because the film is based around the adult film world, and she wanted to
Right.
make sure we weren't going to be painting it like in a negative
Yeah.
light, and wanted to make sure everything was kind of legit and that the story was really about more empowerment and not kind of shaming or any kind of negativity as far as like sex workers or anything like that,
Yeah.
Right.
which it's definitely not.
Right.
So once we talked about her character and the story, she really liked it and was like, okay, this is something that I'm willing to get behind because this is something I lived. So we were just kind of like, oh my God, she said yes, but she's probably, is she going to back out? Like, is this for real? Like, but no, she was totally down. We scrounged up her fee so we could make it happen. We're like, we'll do whatever it takes. We're going to get her in this movie. And yeah, we could afford one day pretty
Right.
much. So we're like, we'll cram everything that we need of her into one day so that she could fly in. We'll shoot that day and then she'll stay the night and she'll go back home the next day. So we just made it happen so that we can just get her for one day, shoot all her stuff, and make that happen. And I think the legitimacy of other adult film stars being in the movie also kind of helped her be like, okay, there's other people also signing on.
Yeah, like she knew them, so it's like, oh, okay, so I had Joanna Angel's in there or Sophie D's in there, okay, and and them too. They were kind of just taking a shot and just asking them. They were not planned. We didn't plan to have any real adult filmmakers or adult film stars in the movie just because we don't know them, you know.
Right.
So all that came about, and then we worked with Ginger, and she was amazing to work with.
She's
Such a
so
great
nice.
actress. Yeah, so nice. She told us all these great stories over
Crazy
lunch.
stories.
She was like writing her book, and I think it's almost done now. But anyways, that she was just so cool, like just so cool to talk to, and then she was so nice. And then from then on, we just kept working with her on every
Right.
film
Yeah.
until most recently.
At this point, she treats us like family,
Yeah.
and I don't know why she took to us, but I mean, she's just that kind of person. When you meet her, she treats you like she's known you forever and immediately embraces everybody. And
Yeah, she's like, come stay at my house. We
Right.
did.
We've stayed at her
Hang out with me.
a few times now, and like she's even let us film at her house before. I mean, she's become like a close friend of ours at this point, which is just crazy
I've been huge on
considering
her
that we were once upon a time like basing stories and characters off of her that
from afar.
from afar.
Right.
And now she's like a friend in our contacts. We're like, what the heck?
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. I also noticed you use a lot of the same actors. So do
Yeah.
you write roles specifically for them, or do you write the film and then ask kind of your crew of friends or people you worked with before to fill them?
It
Excellent.
depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It 100%. We definitely write characters with people in mind. If there's very specific characters, like we were saying earlier, we tend to base characters off people we know.
Mm.
So characters, or actors like Delana McKinney and Nina Lene Kent, she plays Scarlett in OnlyFangs.
Yep.
She's now been in several of our projects, and she's one of those people that I was describing. She's incredibly strong, incredibly hardworking, independent, tough. Do not fuck with her. She will fuck your shit up. Oh, sorry. Can we cuss on here?
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay. And she's what you see with her on screen is pretty much her.
Yeah.
That's her.
It's
And
just now she's a vampire.
Right.
it's her, she's a vampire. Yeah, exactly. So that's her, and the characters that she has played have definitely been written for her because they're written in her voice and in her style. And there's other actresses and actors as well that we tend to write for them because at this point we've been working with them for so long, we
Right.
start basing characters kind of on them. And everything else we kind of write around a certain archetype that we want, and then we'll start filling in people who we know have the skills to portray that type of character. So it's a blend of both.
Yeah, it just depends. Like Drew Marvick, for example, we've written all of his characters for him directly
Okay.
because we knew he was gonna be a slasher at party. We knew he was gonna be in Murder Size, and then OnlyFangs, we wanted him to be the lead. So it's like we got you in mind. Like this is for you, and luckily he agreed to each and every one of them.
And Ginger as well. She's
Ginger.
somebody that we write specifically for
Right.
her.
So yeah, Ginger, Nina, Drew for sure, and then we didn't write for Kansas for Murder Size because we didn't know her when we wrote the movie. So that was a challenge, but she stepped up to it. So a lot of the people that just came in and did their roles, like Jessa, like Jessa
Yep.
Flex with Murder Size, we didn't know her either. So she came in and just went above and beyond. So we're definitely grateful and surprised by the actors that came and took a role that wasn't written for them or anyone in particular, and then just like took it and ran with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how about you guys? How did you start making films, and what kind of started the spark that led to this run of really fun films?
Actually, ironically, I was just watching the Universal movie horror channel right now, and
Literally still on.
yeah, it's still on,
Playing
and they're
it.
showing a movie that I used to watch as a kid, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman.
Oh,
And
nice.
so it was the Universal horror monster movies that really got me interested in this type of stuff and just stayed with me. I mean, when I watched it just now, I started get real recollecting memories of watching it on VHS. And then, of course, you move on to slashers like Jason, Friday 13th, and Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. And so all that kind of stuff, I just grew up with that horror kind of background. And then, when high school, I got into like Tarantino and like Paul Thomas Anderson and all that stuff. And I wanted to be a filmmaker, Scorsese. So it's like, oh, I want to be a filmmaker. So we started making little movies on Hi8 or VHS with my brother and our cousins and stuff. And it's just something we just did as kids. And then eventually going to our Modesto Junior College here in our hometown and taking film classes. And that's actually where we met. I met
Oh,
Angie,
nice.
we fell in love, and became a couple and stuff. But she was taking film classes too. But
Yeah.
your journey was a little bit different
My
to get there.
journey was totally different. So my upbringing was completely typical girly girl, My Little Ponies, Care Bears, all that kind of Disney's type stuff. We weren't allowed to watch anything horror. We weren't allowed to even watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like my parents were pretty strict. Very much were afraid of us having attitude or bad influence. So we weren't we weren't allowed to watch anything like that. So by the time I got to college, I actually never had any kind of intentions of becoming a filmmaker. That thought never even crossed my mind. I mean, I always liked movies, but I never thought that I would make them. I just was in college wanting to be an artist of some kind. I was trying to get easy A's, to be honest. I was like, oh, playwriting or film appreciation. You just watch movies and like
Yeah.
write a paragraph about it. That sounds easy. That sounds like an A. And then I saw filmmaking was there. So I was like, oh, this sounds like something that might be easy. Literally did not care. I was just there to be whatever.
A lot of people were. Actually.
A lot of people were. And then again, at that time, there was not very many girls taking film classes. It was a lot of boys that thought they were Tarantino or
Right.
Scorsese.
Oh, yeah.
And again,
I was one of them.
he was different. He used to act mysterious back then. He used to.
Well, I'm just saying.
Also, he was a super film snob back then.
Yeah.
He was
One of those guys.
He was such a film snob. He was one of those guys, but he didn't act rude like the other guy.
No.
The other guys were kind of rude. But yeah, so we got assignments to make our own short films, and we had to do class films as a group, and it was surprisingly easy for me at the time. I mean, not saying we were good, we weren't making anything good, but at the same time, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. You just kind of run around and like make stuff up and make a little movie out of it. And it just seemed kind of easy and fun for me. So I just kept coming back and taking multiple semesters and made it all the way through the film program. And then, like Paul said, we ended up becoming a couple. And once we left college, we weren't in the class and having access to the equipment to make our own movies anymore. So, but we kind of missed making movies, especially Paul. So I was like, why don't you just get like your own camera? This is before smartphones. We're kind of we're dating ourselves.
So it was like a 10-year hiatus, or maybe 6 years, maybe.
Yeah.
We didn't start making films together until 2010.
Okay.
So we left like school at 2004 or so. So it was like a 6-year hiatus, getting jobs, moving out,
Right.
getting
Becoming adults.
house, all that kind of stuff. And then it was like, maybe it's time, And so me and my brother went in on a camera, Canon XH-A1, which was like a mini DV camera, which we shot Cinco de Mayo on.
Right.
And so we just started from there. We started getting a camera, bought our own camera, bought our own equipment, just light, just a
Yeah.
little bit of audio, a few lights here and there.
Well, even then, Paul wanted to make movies, and I kind of didn't really care. I was kind of like, yeah, sure, that sounds like. And he was trying to make movies with other people. He was like
Yeah.
trying to make movies with his brother. It wasn't happening. Trying to make movies with some of his former film class friends. It
Right.
wasn't happening. And nobody was really able to commit to the same level that Paul was hoping
Right.
to have. And I was like, well, what do you need? I could help you. Like, I've been through school. Like, I've done it. Like, I'll hold the mic or whatever.
Mhm.
And so I was kind of like pushing him, like, you can do it. You don't need to wait for anybody else. Like, I'll just help you until we find somebody else that's interested in taking over.
Yeah.
But then nobody took over. And then I ended up having ideas. I'm like, actually, this is what it should be. And then, of course, I started taking a lot more ownership of it. And then it was like, okay, this is it. Like, we're a team and we work really well together. So why not us be a team? Duh.
We made our first 3 films together, just us two, me doing the camera, her doing the audio,
Mhm.
and then us doing everything else, like producing and writing,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And then it wasn't until Streets of Vengeance where we actually hired someone else, a friend of ours from our college days, Dan Zampa, to do the cinematography.
Mhm.
But I mean, our crew is still small. It's still only 3 of us, so
Yeah.
it hasn't grown that much. But hopefully the next one will get some more people.
From the very beginning of our film career, it was started as the 2 of us, as that's our crew.
Mhm.
Now with OnlyFangs, our crew has grown to 3. It's
And
me, Paul, and Dan. The
sometimes
cinematographer.
have someone to step in to do
Sometimes-
audio, but if they're not there, then I'll do it.
Yeah, sometimes we'll
And
be lucky and someone will be willing to hold a microphone or something, or
Right.
they might come for a few days or whatever, but we haven't had like a consistent 4th crew
Yeah.
member.
We need one.
We need one desperately, but
Or do that next time.
we're too cheap and lazy, and
Well, it's just hard to find dependable people.
it's hard to find reliable
It's
people.
the worst.
'cause
It is.
Just when you
That's really the crux of it.
just when you think you have it filled, the person's like the day before, oh, I can't come, and you're like, what?
Right.
No.
Yeah, I don't care who it is. I'll let
Yep.
some guy off the street do it. As long as they show up every time, I don't care.
Right.
Just do it. It's fine.
I care a little bit,
Not that.
not that much.
One thing I love talking to indie filmmakers about is so my podcast, we just made our first film as well. We just released it in May. And
wow.
I always
Wow.
wonder, like, what advice do you have for indie filmmakers who want to do it like you both did?
Oh, you go first.
Okay, so I mean, it's pretty obvious, but it's like, just do it, Nike, but it's a lot harder than that, right? So, I guess it depends on like how far you are and how much you want it, and if you have enough support around you, because you can do a lot on your own, but at the end of the day, you do need, some people around you. I'm lucky to have her and a couple of other friends that were like around and like were invested in it. And we made, like 3 little tiny features. They're still features, but they were very, very low key. And so, if I was to say give advice, I'd just try to find other people that are into it too, because there are a lot of people in your community maybe that we even know that exist. Like for instance, like Modesto, there's like a really big film community here, and people are constantly like hooking up, like, hey, let's do this together, trying to get together. For us, it was, it was a struggle because we didn't know anybody because we were removed from college, so all of our
Right.
friends weren't doing it no more. So what we started to do was like go to like plays around town to find actors, like local actors, doing like school plays or like just a small theater. And then we started getting involved in like in their friend group and like all their friends and actor friends, and just started using them. So that's how we kind of got involved. Like I would say, try to find some people, like-minded people that you can do something with, because at the end of the day, I mean, your desire to make a movie is what's gonna keep you going, and fear is gonna play a part, and you just want to give up, because I felt that in my first film for sure. But if you have people around you that are invested and want to see you make it, that can really help. And whatever you do, finish it, even if it's terrible. Like
Right.
you'll look back on it and be like, man, I wish I would have done that. And I know a lot of people who have started and not finished, and that is the thing that's holding them back. It's a slippery slope. Is if you don't finish things and you start another one, don't finish it, start another one.
Right.
Just practice finishing. Be a finisher. Is
Yeah.
what I would say.
Yes. My advice is pretty much segueing off of that, which is everything he said, and on top of it, it's to uh just keep going
Yeah, no
because
matter how long.
it's never going to go the way you expect. You can plan to perfection and it will not go the way you expect. There's never enough time, there's never enough money, there's never enough. That's not the actors I wanted, or they didn't do it the way I wanted, or that's not the shot I wanted, or the lighting's not what I thought it was going to be. The location fell through, or this, I couldn't get the cool car I wanted, or the props, or there's always going to be something that's going to make it not live up to your expectations. And you just have to be able to adapt to the reality of your circumstances.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people, like Paul was saying, at the first speed bump, they're like, okay, well, forget this movie. I wanted it to be a cabin. I can't get the cabin. So forget it. Like, I'll scrap this idea and I'll just start something new. But this tends to start a pattern of giving up at the first challenge. And unfortunately, I'm sure as you know, filmmaking is nothing but challenges.
Yes.
It's like
All obstacles.
every
Yep.
time you turn around, there's something. This person didn't show up, or this one's sick, or this they forgot their clothes, or
It's all about problem solving.
this
Yep.
person.
Learning how to solve problems is really the
100%.
greatest
You
thing.
have to be able to just say, okay, that's not what I wanted.
Right.
What can I do instead?
Step back,
Like,
you gotta think on your feet sometimes.
it's like, okay, today is a loss
Loss.
because my lead actor can't make it. Who's going to be there and what can I shoot with them? It's constantly just adapting to it, and no matter what, finish it. Even if you feel like I freaking hate this movie at this point. It's stupid. I'm tired of working on it. It's been dragging ass for a year, over a year, or however long it takes. Just do it. Our first Cinco de Mayo movie, it took us way too long to make such a bad movie, but we finished
bad.
it. Well, it's not horrible. I've definitely
No,
seen
it's not
I've seen worse, but anyways, it's not the greatest. Anyways, the point is, I've seen people like just give up because they're like, this is just too hard. I don't care about this idea anymore. It's just too complicated. I've lost interest in this. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Everything that we start, we have a commitment to finish it no matter how we're feeling about it. If we think it's terrible, if we shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's like, that's too bad. Like, we're going to finish it because we're finishers. And everything that you finish, you learn from. That's where you become better. And I think a lot of people underestimate that. That's like, when you realize how resilient you can become through the ability, developing that ability, and like it's a skill. You're developing the skill to be able to problem solve, especially quick
Yeah.
and on the fly, in front of people when everything's melting down. Uh, that's when you can really see what you're made of, and then plan even better for the next one. And we're constantly learning and growing from every project we do. So just finish it.
There's one thing I learned is that when you put out something, despite how tough it was and how many challenges you overcame, you're already thinking about what's next because
yeah.
you get the bug. So my question is, can you give us a hint or a little teaser of what we might see in the future from you?
Yeah, can we say?
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh, well, just tiny teaser, I guess, because we haven't announced anything. But we've been really focusing our personal ideas and our personal lives, talking a lot about physical media. So physical media is something that we're really passionate about. We both still have our cassette tapes from we were kids, VHS tapes, DVDs, Blu-rays. I mean, we have a lot of physical media. I have all the iPods I've ever had and my CD players that I've ever had. We're just very passionate about art, film, and music. So we've kept those things, and they're meaningful to us. And we've written, well, Paul's really written the story, but
Yeah,
we've
I mean, it's a
written a
story
story
about
about
physical media versus streaming, and it has to do with like a video rental store. Well, I'm not gonna say too much. But I do a video rental store and the fate of physical media and the fate of the world, really. So it's gonna be like a little like kind of a sci-fi comedy, basically.
a love letter to physical media,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, that's definitely very like in with what's going on right now in the world. With Sony's announcement that they're stopping video game physical media and companies, doing it less and less. So very much looking forward to it. So how can people follow you and make sure that they follow your career along? And maybe if you do another campaign to raise funds for the next one, like where can people like kind of just follow you along?
Mostly, I would say our Instagram, A_P_films_. That's where we have all of our, updates, all of our trailers, all of our behind the scenes stuff. We also have a Patreon too. If you want to sign up, it's like $5 a month. You can get all of our extended scenes and behind the scenes, our documentaries that we do for every film that we make, and audio commentaries, all that kind of stuff. And also, I'm on Facebook, of course. I'm always on there all the time. People usually reach out to me there and send me questions and just ask me, movie stuff. Paul Ragsdale, just, pretty simple. You'll probably recognize me with all the horror movie stuff that I have in my photo.
Right. That's awesome. And one last question I have, and it's really a personal question because I just have to know: will we ever see El Maestro again? Because you kind of teased it, you know. It's,
You know what's funny? When we were hanging out with the actor who plays El Maestro, he actually lives like around the corner from us, like a little bit down the ways. And we were hanging out. I think it was before the OnlyFangs premiere, and we were talking about a sequel for Cinco de Mayo too. So it's been talked about for a while, and we're kind of throwing around like how it could happen, what's been going on, and so we got a few ideas because that is one movie that I would like to see, redone and with higher quality and stuff. And
right.
I think it's very relevant now. I mean,
Yeah.
we're writing like a Latina slasher movie right at the moment too. So,
Mhm.
I mean, it's perfect for like another like resurgence, I would say.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I got some
That's a
ideas.
deep cut. That's a good question.
Yeah, no, I mean,
No, I don't think anyone's ever asked that.
I don't think so. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's all. Well, Paul, Angie, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Everybody, go check out OnlyFangs. It's a really fun movie, and I mean, I've seen all your films, and they just get better and better, really. And
Thank you so
it's a
much.
pleasure to see. So I'm definitely gonna, well, as soon as you do a next campaign, I'm gonna get something on it, and
Oh man, thank you.
yeah. So thank you very much for coming. Any last words before we end the interview?
Well, you can catch all of our film, well, most of them on Tubi, Cinco de Mayo, Streets of Vengeance, Slasher Party, and Murder Size, all on Tubi. And OnlyFangs, our latest right now, is on Pluto TV, Fandango, Bloodstream TV, and Fossum.
Hopefully it's coming to Tubi soon. It's been submitted, but we're waiting to see it arrive
Yeah, I
there.
haven't gotten there yet.
Right.
And as we mentioned, we are huge fans of physical media, so we do make our own.
Yep.
We do have an Etsy shop, so if anyone wants a physical copy, we do have them on our Etsy store. It's all in Paul's
Yeah,
or our film link in bio kind of thing.
we got Blu-rays, DVDs. We ran out of VHS tapes, unfortunately, or fortunately, because VHS tapes, I mean, surprise to a lot of people, they actually sold out. So.
Right.
Yeah, and also, if anybody in the audience and has seen any of our projects, a huge thank you. That's the reason we're able to continue making projects
Yes.
is the word spreading and people sharing our projects and wanting to see things that are coming next from us, which is incredible. We're still trying to wrap our heads around the fact that anyone watches anything we've ever made.
I know.
So it's a huge honor for us, especially people who have ever contributed to our Indiegogo's, our fundraising campaigns. You literally make it possible for us to grow and make it bigger. And everything we make, we've taken from people who've invested, and then we throw our own money on top of it and try to make things bigger and better every time we make a new thing. So thank you to the community who loves horror and continues to support us. We literally make these movies for you.
Couldn't do without you.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having us.